Howdy all, this is Texas Gaming Industries here, and welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play of Transport Fever 2 Free Mode Edition. In the previous episode, we started to basically dieselize a couple of our services and started up our own electric commuter trains on the main line of our electrified section. We still have a long way to go to get the rest of our tasks done, but we still basically need to serve a couple of industries and use some more locomotives, as well as supplying some towns with the needed commodities. Because the town of, Granite needs to have all of its commodities at one point, at the town all at one time in order for it to basically be accepted. Once Champagne arrives, this whole, the, the task of serving the town with all its needed commodities will be achieved. Whoa, my express trains all have 68 passengers each. Speaking of which, what about the Champagne factory? And the train of Champagne? Oh, it's still on its way. This train needs to basically be updated, because this 280 is a little too slow these days. So, I'll get basically another Alco FA and FB. A pair of Alco FAs to help with the faster deliverment of, bottled liquor. Let's see. This 280 is still doing well, despite its slow speed. This 060 is still doing well, but this one could do a little better. So, this locomotive will go, and I'll just replace it with another pair of these engines instead. Speaking of which, the liquor factory still has lots of water, but not enough sugarcane or wheat to basically keep it going. This train will need to be updated, I think, because I want to at least have some more modern equipment. Because the diesel locomotives, although a little pricey, don't cost as much. Because it's $1.52 million per year for the Alco FAs. Oh, and we got ourselves some new buses for 1948. And some newer Alco RS1s. And a newer version of the EP2. And a new electric. The biggest electric engines ever made. The Little Joes. As well as two new diesel switchers. As well as a new pair of other diesels. As well as some new E2s. Both in Union Pacific and both in Union Pacific, Chicago Northwestern, and Southern Pacific. And we got some new trucks, the Ford F-Series 48 pickups. Some new passenger cars, some new electrics. But anyway, with the diesels being 1.52, this one only costs about But these locomotives actually will have a lot more power compared to the 280. And these trains, and I think these Fillmore and Western 280s have finally reached their age. Speaking of freight, now with the new Little Joe Electrics, I can pick up the loads of gold bars at the factory and take them to a gold processing plant and make the new gold products. And basically deliver it to this factory near Kingsburg. Now then, let's see. I'll electrify this track. Now, electric train A, although the steeple cab does its job pretty well, it needs a better locomotive on the front. So we'll replace this with a little Joe. So there's basically various different locomotives we can choose, but we're going to go for the recolorable because it's the locomotive I normally use. We'll add the little Joe. This engine has over 11,000 horsepower, which will make it very, very perfect for handling a long-distance train. Yep. Number 801. But now with a little Joe, we can at least get started on transporting some more freight. I've decided maybe it's time to expand my electric freight operations and serve a couple more industries. For one, I need to start delivering stone and marble to this building materials plant located near Cedar Point. It needs both stone and marble. The nearest marble quarry is... There's a stone quarry there, but the nearest marble quarry is located... Actually, I better have a look at the industry list. Let's see. Requirements, products. Let's see. Stone. Oh, right, I forgot. There's also... I need to also transport calcium carbonate, which is needed at a calcium carbonated construction plant. Oh, maybe the fact... The marble... Oh, here it is. Blue Water City Marble Mine. This is not on the electric route, but, however, since the train does not need to enter the city, we could at least deliver that there. As for stone, however... While I'm reserving that route for electrics, I bet it's okay just to have a little steam power serving that operation. Let's see. There's no road crossing on this, so it should be okay to operate train, to basically build a road crossing over this line. Plus, with the Alco FA1s, I might as well just use it primarily to serve the marble contract. Connect that there, and then basically drag this track over this road. Actually, And why is my track set to catenary? Main road connected. Cedar Point needs food, obviously. Guess I'll have to relay this road to fix the problem. The new Alco RS1s were doing pretty well on the commuter trains. Do that, and hopefully I might be able to have enough room. And Cedar Point needs barrels of alcohol. I need to have a look. Let's see. Cedar Point. Oh, even though I haven't transported anything yet, the city still needs loads of food and alcohol barrels. Now, one of my tasks is to basically supply as many towns as I can. Shineston needs manufactured goods and lubricants. Is there a nearby... Well, considering that I have loads of money left over, I might as well try to basically add some industries around here, like I did with the logging camp. First, though, we need to get the new service set up so we can deliver loads of marble to the construction materials plant. Also, we need to set up another train to carry the logs, because that logging... I want to have at least a log train to help supply the logs at the Woodsburg paper mill. I mean, although the Shay is doing pretty well, the Little Prairie is doing pretty well on handling the logs, it could always use more. Alright, I'll just set up another service to basically service that industry. Speaking of which, I also have a new air route set up to between Black Diamond and Leamington. Alright, let's see. According to my train list, this will be Freight Train F1C Lumber Products Logs. It will take it to Woodsburg Interchange and go on track 2, but if it's blocked, it will go on track 1 as a spare platform. So let's see. Freight Train F1C Lumber Products Logs. You'll have a full load, take 10 minutes, and basically it will just copy this consist, train 83, and basically put it onto the same service that I put up. And since this is a new locomotive, I might as well replace the aging 280, which I copied, with basically the Alco FA1s. I'll add a locomotive up in the front and a rear unit in the back. But it will have to make a test run to the producing industry first. Speaking of which, I need to start producing more steel. Now, the only reason why I don't have electrification is because some of these stations still have the original crossboards. Because of this, I'm kind of limited on where I could expand my electrification. There is a tool factory I could serve, as well as a machine factory. I don't believe I actually have transported tools yet. I need to have a look. Although Leamington is now receiving war material, I better have a look. Yeah, I have no tools. I haven't transported any tools yet. But I can, however, transport building materials, cigars, and asphalt to Riverside. The only train running is the one that delivers asphalt. I'll need to get started on that one right away. I'll get an Alco FA, well, a pair of them, and basically acquire some gondolas to carry the loads of asphalt. Since the station length is basically 300, 360 meters. Speaking of which, how much will it be without these two Alcos? Okay, just 600 units. That's fine. But if I add these two engines up in the front, it will go up to 604. But I might as well grab a caboose. Oh, we also got a new bus. And some new versions. Ooh! Now we got a new diesel rail car, the RDC, and a new passenger diesel, the E8. As well as the Line L version of the A8 first production planned of the Alco EMD F7. And, if I'm correct, other than these F7s for the Santa Fe, I should, in theory, there's Clinchfield. Let's see. Yes, the demonstrator A and B units. Perfect. Now I got a new freight diesel, as well as the GP7. As well as some new freight cars, and a new caboose, the bay window. Seems like dieselization is starting to come into full-on fruition. Now with the new train set up, we can at least start taking a look at a couple of the older locomotives. Like, for example, this Mogul. As much as I like to use this old beauty, I think her time is about to come to an end. I'm sorry, but times are changing and I need to keep my system in shape. So, instead, it will have a pair of GP7 diesels on the point. Not to mention, some of my passenger trains could basically use a bit of a renovation. Let's actually have a look at the express trains we have right now. Oh, speaking of which, I need to replace this locomotive with something a little more modern as well. Oh, multiple units for electrics. I could get 2 of those in Milwaukee Road liveries, but I might as well just get a newer variant. There we go. Okay. Now then, let's have a look at our express trains that we have right now. I only have is 10 express train routes, but not only one is not accounted for. I think I might have to get a new service set up. But which one was it? I'll have a look on... the Black Diamond City to Woodsburg service. I need to start doing that. Plus, with the newer diesels, I could at least get started on using the EMD E8s. This locomotive will be very, very helpful on the new express trains. Now, from what I heard, there is a teaser pack going for a new Streamliner consist, but I don't know if it will be out in time before the end of the series. Plus, since the game is a little bit, tiny bit laggy at points, I'm not risking it. So, because of this, we're also going to use some of the new streamlined passenger cars, but, however, just use the standard Pullman passenger cars, since at this time, in real life, both streamlined passenger cars and Pullman heavyweights were accompanied on many many passenger trains during this time. Now let's see. Black Diamond City to Woodsburg. We'll get that put into service. And now for another freight. Let's see. We still need to deliver asphalt to Blue Water City, and the population is actually going down. Yeesh, I need to start transporting more cargo. Let's see. Freight train for A and B is delivering both cigars and fruit. I'll need to set up a new service. Let's see. It'll pick up at Lower Whiskey, asphalt. It'll be in this color because this will be freight, train, town supply 4C, which will be carrying asphalt. It will pick up the loads at at the Whiskey Asphalt Plant, and take it up to Blue Water City. Track 2 will be its designated platform, but if not, it will go on to platform 1, where it will basically unload its commodities. Now, we'll just need to set up another train. With the new EMD F-Series diesels, we could at least use some of the newer locomotives. we'll just use a bit of these diesels. And to carry asphalt, we'll need to use an open-top gondola. Let's see, where is it? Ah, here we are. We'll increase this length to a modest 600. And add a caboose on the back end. Oh, that's too long. Let's see. 480. That's the maximum I can get, which is fine. Not only that, we'll also need to get started on getting the asphalt into the town. So once this train is put into full-on revenue service, I then need to basically add a new trucking service here, which is Truck Service C3. Pick up a load and drop it off here in Blue Water City. This will be Truck Service C3. It will have a full load, but it will only be picking up loads of asphalt. And since it only unloads at that stop, it will be good. Let's go to the road depot and choose trucks. We'll basically use this truck. Well, actually, one that basically can carry loads of asphalt. Let's see. Here we go. Now these trucks, we'll just use a couple of these Studebaker dump trucks. Put it to work on that service. So once the train arrives, it will unload and the trucks will pick it up and bring it into town. Speaking of which, I need to have a look at my trolleys. These trolleys here on the D service is starting to show their age a bit. So we'll replace them with the PCC trolleys instead. Okay, what else? What else needs to be looked at? This Mikado is still doing its job pretty well. But one of my express trains could basically use a bit of an upgrade. Let's see. The Atlantic's doing okay. So is the Timken 484. Let's see. Well, the Streamliner that goes from Leamington to Granite is starting to... It's still doing good, although it has a limited capacity. Let's see. This one is still being hauled by the 464 Hudson between Black Diamond City and Granite. Though I think it's time for this locomotive to basically be replaced. We'll just basically replace it with an Alco PA and PB unit, and it will have the same constants as it did. Two baggage cars, some New Mexico streamlined coaches, a diner, parlor, 3 sleeping cars, and an observation. And now this diesel will not only be much more faster, but it also is a lot more powerful too. Let me see, what... Also, I might as well replace a couple of buses for this episode. Oh, right, I almost forgot. We also gotta get started on serving the marble quarry. Let's see. There's no there is a crossing here, so I need to like build a bridge or build a bridge over the track. Let's see. Since it requires stone and marble, we might as well basically make it about this. We'll have to get rid of the main road for now and lay down the tracks. Oh, this is going to build a bridge, isn't it? I don't want to build a bridge because, well, maybe after, but right now I need to build the tracks for the new industry. Do this, do that. We'll build a spur track from this. And, oh, crud, too much slope. It's too steep. Well, might as well try to basically reconnect it either way. There we go. Now with the new line set up, we'll also need to rebuild the road. Let's see if we can basically do this, reconnect it on this end. I'm sure it's going to be a bit longer, but it should basically re-establish the connection between the two cities. I do have plans to also eventually build a new highway because I want to try to make this as realistic as possible. We'll smooth out the terrain. And I also got to set up a couple of signings here. Too much curvature? Oh, jeez. Do that, and... oh my gosh. Please, game, just let me do my thing. Just let me build some crossovers. Thank you. Okay. Some dwarf signals. And some, searchlight signals. Oh, I didn't even finish this connection. 3,000 compared to the 3.50. Need to do this and this, and finally place the new double signal here. But I think we'll basically get the service started in the next episode. Other than that, our equipment is starting to basically turn out to be a little more modern, though some of the equipment needs to be fixed up. But other than that, I think we've reached a good ending point for today's episode. So, if you enjoyed this episode on my Let's Play Transport Fever 2, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. The Texas Gaming Industries for new video uploads every Friday or Saturday, depending on my offsite schedule. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!